Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Unscripted for another installment of Best Bets. In today's Best Bets video, we are breaking down the odds and my best bets from day 3 of the LA Thieves home series, and as always, we are doing things off the script. Before we hop into the video, don't forget to leave a like down below if you enjoy the picks. Leave a comment as well with your thoughts on the picks on the video and let me know your picks for today, and subscribe to the channel as well if you enjoy the video and want to see more videos like this one from me tomorrow and into the future. So all that said, I appreciate it, thank you, and let's hop right in. Yesterday was a good day. I needed that after a poor day 1. All 3 bets cashed yesterday. It was a really good day. New York minus 1.5, that was a no-brainer to me. I thought that was going to cover pretty easily, and it did. But I will not pretend that I was a genius or perfect yesterday because really I got by on the skin of my teeth on some of these. Minnesota map 3 plus New York map 1. New York map 1 blew them out, of course. They're so good at hardpoint, but Minnesota map 3 was lucky to win that one. I will not pretend they weren't. They were able to take it 3-2 over the LA Thieves. And then New York 3-0 was also by the skin of my teeth, and I'm really happy that one hit because you see the odds there, plus 215. That was a nice payout, but they were really close to losing the search. They were down 5-3 on standoff search and somehow brought it back and won 6-5, so that made me happy. Otherwise, wouldn't have been quite as good of a day, but regardless, that's 3-0. We like to see that, and now we are on to today's picks. First match of the day, London Royal Ravens versus the LA Gorillas. Not too much just good to say about these teams. You see they have 2 map wins each this stage, not match, map wins. London 1-5 in hardpoint, LA 0-6. London 0-5 in search, LA 1-3, and then each team 1-3 in control. I think London showed some good things against New York yesterday. In the search, they looked pretty good. They should, like I said, they should have won that one. The control, they didn't look too bad either. The hardpoint, they kind of got smoked, but they just got outslayed really bad by New York. That was their big thing, and of course, the LA Gorillas don't really bring that slaying power like the New York Subliners do, so London should be favored in the respawns in this, in my opinion, and they are, just narrowly. They're barely favored in the hard point, but they are favored somewhat strongly in the control. LAG has not been a good control team. Their only win is over Florida, who's not a bad team, but that's the way it goes. And then I do think LAG should be favored in the searches. I don't know if they should be favored by as much as they are, but that's what it is, minus 165. That is their best mode. London has not been their best mode since they made their roster change. They were actually okay at it before, but not so much anymore, so that is how that one breaks down. Moving along, we have a battle for the 1 seed, I believe this one is for. Atlanta FaZe versus Minnesota Rocker. I think if Rocker win, they'd both be 4-1 for the stage, and they would have the head-to-head tiebreaker. So that's good for the bets I place because I don't think FaZe won't come out and they won't play funny maps. They won't try new things. They would just come out, try to get the win, try to get that 1 seed. So there are the odds. You see them. They're steep. Of course, FaZe heavily favored in all of them. Minnesota finally getting a little better at hardpoint. They won 1 yesterday, but they also got smoked by 1 pretty badly against the LA Thieves. They scored like 59 or 60 points on Moscow. Plus 290 of that one. FaZe coming back minus 425. In the search, of course, that's one of, I think the odds are kind of funny here. Minnesota has not been that good of a search team recently, and FaZe has been really good. So the fact that the odds have the search as the closest is kind of surprising to me. I don't know. I don't even know what I would think it would be control because Minnesota has been pretty good at control, but also FaZe is very good at control. So maybe that's why. Maybe it's just on the back of FaZe's dominance in control, but that one's not as close. That's actually the least close according to the odds. So who knows? I think the odds are a little bit funny, but regardless, they clearly show that FaZe is heavily favored in all 3 modes, and of course to win the series. And finally, we have what is definitely the best match of the day to close the night out. We have Florida versus Dallas. Pretty close here. The odds are very close. The teams are pretty close record-wise. Florida does have the edge in hardpoint. That's the biggest edge of these 2 teams. They are 5-2 this stage compared to 2-4 for Dallas, so Florida, of course, favored in that map. Search and destroy, each team 4-2. Florida favored in search by a little bit, which kind of surprised me. I think that's definitely Dallas' strongest mode, but Florida's been good at it too. And then control, both teams 2-2. Florida narrow favorites there as well. I think the big thing to watch in this one is the AR battles because Skies and Awakening have been very, very good lately, and Crim and Illy have not been very good lately. We all know that. So that's what I'm watching here. If Skies and Awakening come out frying, that is not a good sign for Dallas because that means Crim and Illy are probably getting fried. And that usually will not lead to much success when your ARs are both pretty negative. So that's my thing to watch there. And let's hop right into the picks. So I know I said the other day I'm not going to do as many parlays, but when FaZe are involved, I just like to throw them in some places to get a little extra value somewhere. Like there for the first one, for example, Florida money line plus Atlanta FaZe map 2. So Florida is around minus 130 to win the series against Dallas. You throw in FaZe map 2, which is search, and like I said, that's according to the odds the closest map of the match. it takes it from minus 130 to plus 119. So I feel pretty confident in FaZe and Search, so I just threw them in here for a little extra value. Of course, that one will probably be made or make or break, for example, by Florida money line. I think they can win it though. I like Florida's odds in that one. I wasn't going to play them minus 1.5. I thought that was a little bit steep for me, but they could probably do it. I kind of think they're going to win 3-1, but I stayed safe and I just went with the money line just for a little extra protection, and still decent odds there, plus 120 when you account for the FaZe map too. I took FaZe to win 3-0, plus 110. I don't know. I think I just want to say this at the beginning and I forgot. Full disclosure, I did go a little smaller on the bets today. I thought they were pretty tough, I'm not going to lie. So I did not go as big as usual, but I still did place the bets. All three of these bets are locked in, so I definitely placed them. Just a little bit smaller. I wanted to lock in some of yesterday's profits and not risk them today when I'm not as confident today. But regardless, FaZe 3-0 I do like. I just wish I got a little better odds on it, but I just don't know where Minnesota takes a map. Like, their best mode's control, but FaZe are so good at control. After they got smoked 250 to 60 in hardpoint by the LA Thieves, I can't imagine them coming out and beating FaZe in a hardpoint. And then Search, we know how good FaZe is at Search, so I really can't see where Minnesota takes a map in this one. And also the fact that their entire team was negative against LA. They still got the win, but that will not be the case against FaZe. And they're probably going to get outslayed by FaZe, and FaZe will not outslay them that badly and lose. I guarantee that. So I am pretty confident about that FaZe 3-0. And then also down at the bottom, I was thinking about doing the London money line instead. That was just plus 100, even odds. But I thought LAG probably the favorites in Search. I'll get myself a little bit extra protection and just go London plus 1.5. So even if they would happen to go to map 5 and lose it, that would still cover. I just a little extra protection. And then unfortunately, those odds were like minus 260, so I had to add a little bit more in there to get the odds to where I like them. I threw in Atlanta map 1, but that didn't add much to the odds because they're such big favorites in map 1. That's the hard point against Minnesota. So then I threw in Florida map 1 to really enrich the odds. That's kind of that one where I like to have one bet each day that's over plus 200 just for like a small bet with a high potential reward. That's what I did today with that one. So that was my smallest bet of the day. My biggest bet was FaZe 3-0. The top bet here was my second biggest bet, and then the bottom bet was my smallest one, but I still do like it. I think Florida, of all the maps against Dallas, they should be most favored in the hard point, so that's why I threw that in there just to get the odds a little bit better. Got over plus 200, so I like that. And we'll see how it goes. I think the middle one I'm pretty confident in. The top one I'm kind of confident too. Then that bottom one's just going to sort of be, depends on London and depends on Florida in map 1. I do think FaZe will have no problems taking the hard point though. So that is going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like down below. Leave a comment as well with your thoughts on the picks, and subscribe to the channel as well if you enjoyed the video and want to see more videos from me in the future. I appreciate all of that. It means a lot to me. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you have a good day today. I hope you enjoy the matches later, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.